Hello guys, I hope you all are doing very well. So today we're going to be covering the bubble sort algorithm. So let's say for example we have a list of numbers and we want to sort them in an increasing order, mean the smaller number to the larger number. So how bubble sort works? So basically we're going to iterate throughout the list multiple times, and each time we iterate throughout it we're going to perform something called swaps, place number in the correct order. So for example we have a list that have the numbers 9, 4, 1, 10, 3, and 6. So the first time we're gonna iterate throughout this array or list, each number we are currently at, we're gonna say the current number is smaller or equal to the number that come next to him. For example, is 9 smaller or equal to 4? If it's bigger, we swap the numbers, mean that 9 gonna be at the place of 4 and the opposite, and we continue traversing the array. And once we finish traversing the array, once we check if it's still numbers need to be swapping, if yes, we need to repeat the same process. If not, that means the list is in order. So that's how bubble sort works. So let's see an example and try to visualize the bubble sort algorithm. So as I say, we have a list 9, 4, 1, 10, 3, and 6. We take the number 9 and we compare it to the number 4. Is 9 is smaller or equal to 4? No. So we swap them at the place. And we move to the next number. Is 9 smaller or equal to 1? No. So we swap them. And now we compare 9 to 10. Is smaller or equal? Yes. So we don't do anything and we move to the next number, which is 10. And we compare 10 to 3. Is smaller or equal? No, so we swap them. And we continue. Is 10 smaller or equal to 6? No, we swap them at place. That's how bubble sort works. And after we're done with the first iteration, we notice that the large number, which is 10, gonna be at the end of the list, meaning it's the largest one, so we don't need to check this number again because it's the larger one. And now we have to start at the beginning again and iterate throughout the list, starting by 4 is smaller or equal to 1. So no, we swap them and we continue, and we do it the same thing for all the numbers, the same process, and we start again. I will let you see the animation for the rest of the sorting. And I hope guys that you have understand how the bubble sort work. It's easy. And that's how bubble sort work. For the code explanation, the first thing we're gonna do is to assume that the list is not sorted. And then we're gonna start looping throughout the list, and we're gonna assume that the list is sorted. After that, we check if it's the number at the list is bigger than the next number. If true, we swap them, and we're gonna use a helper function called swap that takes the two numbers and swap them at place. And if we perform swapping, we know that the list is not sorted yet. So we change it to the false and start again the iteration, and finally we return the array sorted. For the little optimization that we can add to the code is by eliminating the last number, as I say before, at the list after each iteration by adding a variable called eliminate or counter, which is going to be equal to 0, and at each iteration we're going to eliminate the last number. And that's how bubble sort algorithm works. So for the time complexity, it's going to be O of n squared, where n is the length of the array. But the best case is O of n, where we have the input list or the input array is already sorted, so we don't perform any swaps. For the space complexity is O of 1, because all the swaps are done in the same list or the same array.